Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to your horoscope for the upcoming month, November 2023. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Justina. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So, here today, I'm going to explore the energies of November and I'll tell you how the events of November will influence your rising sign on a deeper level. This horoscope is most accurate for your rising sign, also called the ascendant sign. However, you can also watch it for your moon sign or your sun sign if you wish. If you want to get a bigger picture, always prioritize your horoscope for your rising sign in all the forecasts on this channel. I follow Western astrology and the tropical zodiac. So we start with Saturn stationing direct in the sign of Pisces at 0 degrees on November the 4th. This is a huge deal because Saturn has been retrograde since the second part of June, around the 18th of June. It stationed retrograde at 7 degrees, and then on the 4th of November, it will station direct. So when the planet stations direct from a retrograde motion, it usually coincides with a turn of direction, a shift of perspective. For example, Saturn is a career planet, but also a planet connected to structure, tradition, order, boundaries. So here with Saturn regaining its strength and turning direction, this could coincide with having to make some important decisions concerning your love life, your children, perhaps your business. If things have been moving slowly, you will see that from November the 4th moving forward, you will find it easier to bring more structure into your business side of life, your parenting style. This could be also about someone new appearing in your life, someone perhaps with a larger experience, or perhaps this could be about a business coach, a life coach, because of Saturn is connected to an old age, mature energy. So perhaps this could be also about someone appearing in your life, someone who will guide you, someone who will help you during a difficult period you are experiencing, for example. But I think this is also about the business side of life, finally moving forward and things um, generally things moving in the right direction, what it could be, but also the parenting style is emphasized. So if things have been slightly out of order during the retrograde phase, perhaps you implemented more new kind of parenting goals throughout the retrograde phase. Here with Saturn moving in the direct motion, you will gain more clarity and things will this is about seeing things through their true colors, and this is about bringing that structure, stability to anything that kind of stood up throughout the retrograde phase, anything that you thought didn't have enough structure in this area of life. Now we'll explore further closer to the date. Now bear in mind that this retrograde will end at 0 degrees, so you might also be dealing with themes that were already present back in March when Saturn started this transit. On the 8th, Venus will move into Libra, and that's your 12th house. So here Venus in the 12th is slightly hidden. This could be about a secret romance from behind the scene. This could be about perhaps wanting to generally do things with your partner away from the crowds, from the comfort of your home. You might be more secretive generally about your love life, about your relationship, and especially since Venus rules over your 7th house in the 12th, there could be a lot going from behind the scene, away from the public eye. Perhaps there are some issues currently in your love life. Perhaps there are some private matters that have to be discussed and you don't want others to know. So this is about kind of that behind the scene energy. But at the same time, Venus here could make you feel at times not appreciated by your significant other, not seen, or overall, this is about a new relationship from behind the scenes, for example. So lots of different ideas here, but at the same time, it's a very creative energy. So you get this massive boost of creativity because this is the house of spirituality. And with Venus here, the planet of beauty, creativity, you will have lots of interesting ideas out of this world. And yes, so it's a very creative time in many ways. Journaling is good, especially when you feel slightly out of touch with reality. And singing, journaling, dancing, it's all that 12th house energy emphasized as well. Right. So on the 10th, Mercury will move into Sagittarius, where it's in its detriment, not the most strong place, not the strongest place meant for Mercury, the planet of communication. But at the same time, here with Mercury, it's wherever Mercury is present or goes, this is where we can bring more, perhaps when we can simplify our life. So you could find yourself having lots of conversations about money, finances. Now, if you are someone who is a coach or perhaps someone who is an advisor, you could also have clients reaching out to perhaps discuss their financial side of life. To discuss their career prospects with you, for example. But overall, communication about money, finances, financial security, stability is emphasized throughout the month of November. Perhaps you're thinking about opening a saving account. Perhaps this is about also making some major purchases, or perhaps this could be also about generally a business, creating a business plan, or about getting involved in activities that could help you to broaden your horizons, that could help you to improve your financial situation. So self-help books, or perhaps books that generally could change your mindset and help you attract more wealth is also here. That's also the theme. Now, Mercury will be out of bounds from the 15th of November until the middle of December. So at the same time, this could be about thinking out of the box, having different kind of ideas concerning money, wealth, and perhaps you will be attracted to different kind of purchases. Objects, for example, resources, something different, extravagant, or unique, original. So that's all here highlighted. Now, on the 13th, we've got a new moon in Scorpio happening at 20 degrees. The moon in Scorpio is in its fall. So here again, quite uncomfortable placement for the moon. And this is, of course, your first house, your sign. I think it's an interesting one, because even though the moon in Scorpio feels slightly uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's a new moon in your first house. So I think it's something fresh and new is going to start or begin around this time, following that eclipse in lunar eclipse in the 7th house on the 28th of October. Now the attention turns onto you. And at that point, you would have had Mars and the Sun in your first house for quite some time. So I think as you watch this video in October, you might not yet know what it could be about. But I think by the time that new moon arrives, you will have a better clarity of what these new beginnings are for you, because it's something connected to your identity, to your goals. But this could be also about some career prospects, potentials, perhaps a new connection with someone who could also help you to progress in your career. Could be the case, very much. So overall, a new moon is about here at the start of a new cycle. So something is coming up for you, something, I think something significant. Have a look if you have any placements at around 20 degrees of Scorpio. I've just realized that's where my ascendant is at 21 degrees of Scorpio. And I'm kind of looking forward to this one. Intuitively, yeah. Anyway, my intuition is telling me that something is coming up. But have a look where your ascendant is, any placement in Scorpio, because that means it's a significant, especially significant new moon for you. Right, so then we've got on the 22nd, 24th, the Sun will move into Sagittarius, into your second house. As you can see, lots of energies here towards the end of the month. Even they will even more emphasize your financial area. And when Mars is in the second house, and I'm sorry that is happening during Christmas season as well, because of course it's a very busy period when we spend money. But here with Mars, it's like You will be generally having lots of outgoings, it looks like, during that time. End of November, beginning the first end of November throughout December. I think you'll be generally dealing with outgoings, Christmas presents, perhaps enjoying some sales, festive sales. And it's just essential to be conscious of your spendings, because it's very easy to just spend more than you realize if you don't watch your credit card statements and if you don't regularly check your account. Because honestly, with so much going on in the second house, and I even spoke to my mom last week and I said, oh, Mars is coming into your second house, into your money area, and I think you'll have a lot of outgoings coming up for you. She's a Libra rising, and she said, "How do you know?" And then she told me what's coming up for her, and I was like, "Oh, there we go." So yes, it's outgoings that like have to be kind of dealt with. So it's like if you have to change your tires for winter season, or if you have to cover some fees, membership fees, bills, etc. But apart from that, we also have all Scorpio, not Scorpio, sorry, we also have Christmas season, festive season. So it's all going to accumulate at the same time. At the same time, it's also a good time for making money, for growing your business, for boosting your sales as well. Now, the month ends with a full moon in the sign of Gemini. And this is happening on the 27th. Gemini rules over your 8th house. So here, there's a lot of and tense energies, I think, of these full moons and the new moons this month, because one is in your first house in Scorpio, and the other one is in the house connected to Scorpio energy in the 8th house. That's where Gemini is present. So I think it's a little bit connected to a little transformation coming up in your life. You might be in two minds, because it's Gemini is a dual sign, and a full moon is about something that has already started in the past, around 18 months ago, coming to a culmination, perhaps to an end. Perhaps this is moving to the next stage, to the next level. This could be about healing. This could be about perhaps anything to do with investments, inheritance, money that comes through, anything that is not connected to your regular income. So perhaps some payouts from the stock market, perhaps investments payouts. This could be also about something to do with your finances and how they are shared and managed in your household. So these kind of topics could also come into mind or into light. It's an early degree, so this could be about also something fresh and lacking. You could be lacking full clarity at this point. Mercury is still out of bounds during this full moon, so you are still thinking out of the box. You might have to get out of your comfort zone, but here the 8th house theme also is connected to healing and a transformation of something that is no longer working in your life. And perhaps it's about letting go, a habit, a routine, or perhaps anything that lost its spark and purpose and needs to be completed. There's a square to Saturn at this time as well. So something there's a little challenge, a little obstacle that will have to be overcome. Perhaps you'll have to get out of your comfort zone. Perhaps you'll have to push forward, find a different way. We'll explore it further closer to the day. In the meantime, have a good month, and until the next time.